I'm sorry, madam, but there's a $50 pet fee, and that animal needs to be on a shorter leash, or better yet, in a carrier. This is a high-class establishment. Anna felt a familiar weariness wash over her. She stood at the polished check-in counter of the Grand Vista Hotel, her service dog Buster sitting calmly by her side. Buster, a golden retriever with kind eyes, wore his official service vest, a clear sign of his role. Anna was in her late 30s, dressed in comfortable travel clothes. She had driven for 6 hours to attend a quiet retreat, a much-needed break. All she wanted was a peaceful room and a good night's sleep. Buster was more than just a dog. He was her anchor. He was expertly trained to help her navigate a world that sometimes felt overwhelming due to a past she rarely spoke of. He could sense her anxiety before it took hold, providing a gentle nudge or a calming presence that grounded her. The front desk clerk, a young man named Tim, had been perfectly polite until he noticed Buster. Then his eyes had widened slightly, and he'd murmured, "One moment, please," before disappearing into a back office. He returned with Mr. Thompson, the hotel manager. Mr. Thompson was a portly man with a neatly trimmed mustache and an air of self-importance. He looked from Buster to Anna, his gaze lingering on the dog with clear disapproval. "That will be an extra $50 per night for the animal," Mr. Thompson stated, his voice firm. "Hotel policy, no exceptions." Anna kept her voice even. "He's a service animal, Mr. Thompson, not a pet." Under the Americans with Disabilities Act, there is no fee for service animals. She had a small, laminated card in her purse with the ADA guidelines, but she hoped it wouldn't be necessary. Mr. Thompson scoffed, a small, unpleasant sound. "Madam, anyone can buy a vest online these days. We have a strict no pets policy unless the fee is paid. If he makes a mess, who pays for the cleaning? The hotel, that's who." He tapped his pen on the counter. "Frankly, he looks like any other pet dog to me. A very large one at that." If you believe service animals deserve respect, type respect in the comments below. Anna took a slow, deep breath. The manager's dismissive tone was like a sharp jab. It wasn't just about the money. It was about respect, about understanding. Buster, sensing her rising distress, leaned his head gently against her leg. His quiet support was a reminder to stay calm. She could argue. She could raise her voice. She could demand to speak to someone higher up, though Mr. Thompson seemed to be the highest authority present. Or she could turn around, walk out, and try to find another hotel in an unfamiliar city, late in the day. That last option felt exhausting. Then, a thought sparked in her mind. She remembered a small, unassuming card tucked into a special slot in her wallet. It wasn't the ADA card. It was a Priority Guest Relations card from the hotel's parent corporation given to her years ago after she had provided detailed, constructive feedback about another of their properties. The card had a direct number and promised swift assistance for valued guests. She hadn't used it in ages. "Mr. Thompson," Anna said, her voice still polite but with a new firmness. "Before I make a decision about the fee, would you mind if I make a quick phone call? It might help clarify things." Mr. Thompson waved a dismissive hand. "Call whoever you like. The policy stands." A smirk touched his lips, as if he found her attempt amusing. Anna stepped a few feet away from the counter, giving Buster a reassuring pat. She pulled out her phone and dialed the number on the corporate card. As the phone rang, she glanced at the clock on the wall. 7:14 p.m. A calm professional voice answered on the second ring. "Global Hospitality Group, Priority Guest Relations. This is Sarah. How may I help you?" Anna quickly and clearly explained her situation. Her name, her reservation at the Grand Vista Hotel, her service animal, Buster, and Manager Thompson's insistence on a $50 nightly pet fee, along with his dismissive attitude towards federal law. Sarah, the corporate representative, listened intently. When Anna finished, Sarah's voice was filled with concern. "Miss Evans, I am so very sorry you are experiencing this. That is absolutely not our policy, nor is it compliant with the law. Service animals are always welcome, and there are no fees." Sarah continued, "Please give me just one moment. I will contact Mr. Thompson directly on his line. May I put you on a brief hold?" "Yes, thank you," Anna replied, a small measure of relief starting to bloom. She looked at the clock again. 7:17 p.m. Only 3 minutes had passed. Anna waited, watching Mr. Thompson. He was now trying to charm a wealthy-looking couple checking in next to her, his voice smooth and accommodating for them. He shot a brief, irritated glance her way, clearly believing her phone call was a waste of time. Other guests milled about the lobby, some casting curious looks at the quiet woman with the beautiful dog. The silence stretched for another minute, 2 minutes. Then, precisely at 7:21 p.m., just 7 minutes after Anna had started her call, the phone on the front desk shrilled loudly. Mr. Thompson excused himself from the couple and answered it. Grand Vista front desk, Thompson speaking. His posture changed almost instantly. The confident, slightly arrogant set of his shoulders sagged. His eyes widened, then darted towards Anna with a look of dawning horror. Yes, corporate headquarters, he said, his voice suddenly much less commanding. Yes, she is here. He listened, his face growing pale. A priority guest relations card? I wasn't aware. His Adam's apple bobbed. The ADA? Yes, of course, I am familiar with the ADA. I was merely ensuring, verifying. His excuses sounded weak even to Anna from several feet away. His gaze flicked to Buster, then back to Anna, now with a sort of panicked respect. No, of course, the fee will be waived, immediately, and an upgrade. For her trouble, yes, I understand. Consider it done. He mumbled a few more yes sirs or yes ma'ams and hung up the phone very carefully, as if it were made of fragile glass. He looked stunned. He had clearly underestimated the quiet woman and her dog. Have you ever been underestimated and then proven someone wrong? Type, I did it, if so. Mr. Thompson slowly walked over to Anna, his entire demeanor transformed. The smugness was gone, replaced by a flustered, almost fearful expression. Miss Evans, he began, his voice now unctuously polite. There has been a most regrettable misunderstanding, entirely on my part, I assure you. He cleared his throat, his face flushed. I offer you my sincerest apologies. There is, naturally, no fee whatsoever for your service, Animal Buster. He is most welcome here at the Grand Vista. He wrung his hands slightly. Furthermore, as a token of our deepest apology for this error in judgment, both from myself and on behalf of Global Hospitality Group, we would be honored if you would accept a complimentary upgrade to our finest executive suite for the duration of your stay. And, of course, your entire stay will be at no charge to you. He gestured to Tim, the young clerk, who had been watching the entire exchange with wide eyes. Tim, please assist Miss Evans with her luggage and escort her to suite 701 immediately. Anna simply nodded. Thank you, Mr. Thompson, I appreciate that. She didn't need to say more. The swiftness of the turnaround was satisfaction enough. Later that evening, as Anna settled into the luxurious suite, far larger and more opulent than anything she would have booked for herself, she received a follow-up call from Sarah at corporate. Sarah apologized again profusely and informed Anna that Mr. Thompson was scheduled for immediate and intensive retraining on ADA compliance, customer service, and company policy regarding guests with disabilities. His future conduct would be very closely monitored. Sarah also mentioned that a company-wide memo was being drafted to reiterate the importance of ADA compliance, using this incident, anonymously of course, as a clear example of what not to do. They were determined to ensure this wouldn't happen to another guest. Anna, with Buster resting contentedly at her feet, finally felt the tension of the day drain away. She had her room. She had been treated with respect eventually. And perhaps, in a small way, her unpleasant experience would lead to better awareness and treatment for others. The story of Mr. Thompson's very bad evening, and the impressively quick intervention from corporate, became something of a legend among the Grand Vista staff. Young Tim, the clerk, certainly learned a valuable lesson about not judging guests and understanding the law. Anna herself remained humble. She hadn't sought a confrontation or a free suite. All she had ever wanted was to be treated with the same dignity and fairness afforded to any other guest. Buster, of course, received many extra ear scratches and was declared the hero of the hour by Anna. This story reminds us of something important. Respect costs nothing. Kindness is invaluable. And service animals are not just pets, they are dedicated partners, performing vital tasks for the people they assist. They and their handlers deserve our understanding and our welcome. If you believe in standing up for fairness and treating everyone with dignity, please consider subscribing to our channel. We believe that sharing these stories helps make the world a little bit better, one act of understanding at a time. What do you think?